Today, well, I'm back. You know, I don't know. The schedule. I'll pump these out. Like, I don't want to say it's gonna be random because that's how you lose people or that's how you lose interaction and shit like that. How you lose growth. But I don't know if this gonna become a full time thing. I don't know if I'm really gonna get the support I need for it to be a full time thing because life ain't. It's like I gotta work really hard in school and shit like that in order to, not pass, but just finish that motherfucker. I'm 12th grader, senior. Gotta finish that shit. Enough about that shit. I came here because a lot of my friends and shit, they be struggling with like depression and how to cope with that shit. And one of the ways that they commonly use to cope with that shit is like, sorry, is like holding it in. And I'm gonna tell you this now. When you holding it in, like in my second video, I said you put a mask on to like deal with shit that's gonna hurt you. You know what I'm saying? When you hold that shit in, you put a mask on to yourself. You blind yourself to your pain so you don't realize how bad your pain is. And that's something you're not supposed to do. But sometimes it be so much pain built up that when you take off the mask and actually try to address it, it overwhelms you. And shit, you feel like everything is lost, goddammit. And I'm telling you this now. Take your mask off in front of people. In front of some motherfuckers you can really trust. If you ain't got nobody, goddamn me, you got me. Shit. Fuck I'ma do? Judge you? Like that's everybody's first instinct. But the people that care about you, the people that love you, they push past their first instinct. They put love onto that, That's the people you need to associate with. Not the people that peer pressure you or nothing like that. Make you feel like you gotta be a whole different person, You all like this and then you know what I'm saying? You gotta get some homies that let you be the person you wanna be. Change your friend groups. Start separating yourself, start putting yourself closer. That's one way to getting that mask off you. Second way is just being honest to yourself. Sometimes you can peek, look, be like, let me deal with some of this, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta take the whole thing off. Please don't take the whole thing off. That's how you spiral out of control and start going deeper into that shit. And that's how when you get to like cutting yourself or burning yourself, sticking yourself, carving yourself. When you try to deal with all that shit at once, that's how you fuck yourself up even worse. Cause we not built as people to handle this shit alone, but as a society, it tells you you have to be independent and you have to be strong and you gotta, be self-sufficient in order to be a full person or valued as a person societally. And that's not necessarily true because people need people and people hurt people, people love people. Shit, people equal people. Like you gonna need people. It's not shit wrong with going to anybody that really trusts you and you trust them. Ain't shit wrong with going to them and telling them how you feel. You're not inconveniencing them, not being a burden. Like people be walking around with the weight on their world on the shoulders and they be afraid to share they weight a little bit with people. Just give them a continent. They can hold it. They gonna hold it for you if they wanna hold it for you. If they don't wanna hold it, they won't hold it. You know what I'm saying? If they don't want to deal with your shit, they would not be in your life. And sometimes you need to test people with that shit. And it's not a test like, oh, I'm finna fucking kill myself, make me not kill myself. Or, oh, I'm pissed off, make me not pissed off. Those are horrible fucking tests. Do not do that to people. That puts too much weight on their shoulders. And it really makes you want to, it really makes people want to get the fuck out. Because they see you as a lost case, a broken toy, Don't nobody want to sit here and fix no broken toys. But the thing is, the way you test people is you come to them honestly and truthfully. You give them purity. And if they give you anything but purity back, slice them. Don't matter what's going on in their life and nothing like that. People can separate situation from like situation. Like they could separate their shit from your shit if they care about you, you know. And it's like one of the three things I said: time, work, and money. Those three things is sadly how you can tell somebody loves you. Not sadly, I only say sadly because it's money, the aspect of money, but society has pushed money so far into relationships and bonds that sometimes it's the start of a relationship, but it never ends with a relationship. You know what I'm saying? If your relationship ends over money, it was never really a relationship to begin with. You know what I'm saying? When you first be friends with a motherfucker, yeah, y'all gonna have to spend money on each other. Or if you trying to fuck with somebody, yeah, y'all gonna have to spend money on each other. That's a necessity. You gonna have to put time and effort into them. But when y'all get closer, they cut money clean up out of there. They cut time clean up out of there. All it is effort. That's the only thing you gotta show to a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And when you down bad, when you depressed, when you feeling like shit, you too tired to sleep sometimes. Goddamn me, like you just tired of everything. You in the hideaway and shit like that. You gonna want somebody to hide with, and you gonna want them to be close to you. You know, hold you close and shit. And you can't always have everybody. Even the people that do hold you close won't hold you like you want them to hold you. And the thing is, when you sad, don't rush into no relationships. Don't find no temporary relief, because that temporary relief will bring you permanent pain. So much pain. So much pain. Like, don't do that shit. It'll bring them pain and you, because you gonna realize this is not what you wanted in the first fucking place, and you gonna try to dip. And they're gonna be like, where you going? Where you going? I thought that's what you wanted. You tell them, no, this is not what I wanted. You can't tell them, oh, you changed, because people do that shit all the time, you know. When they be like, oh, he just up and left, or oh, she just up and left, she like, they just realize you not what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? The temporary glow of this shit is gone. People live their life temporary thrill to temporary thrill. That's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to sit down, build yourself for a good while, learn yourself, learn your problems, learn your flaws, learn what make you good, learn what make you bad. You know what I'm saying? Nothing really makes you bad. Even your flaws make you perfect. Like, you could be the most beautiful person ever, and you could just be nothing but flaws. You know what I'm saying? People judge too harshly. They don't see more for what it is. I judge harshly too. I'm not gonna lie. I come from very judgmental people. We look at you once, but I learned that that's not my nature. That's just what's taught to me. My nature is to reach out and help people, you know. I guess that's why I'm making the YouTube shit. It's a lot of shit that come with, you know, fighting this depression shit. Like, it's self-diagnosed, but I think I be having like manic depression and shit like that. Like, I be real, like, sometimes I be like, I'm cut from the cloth of God. Ain't shit wrong with me. I'm just overstating this shit. And then the whole time I'm like that, I'm understating how I feel the whole time, because I'm just so elated. I'm just so hot off my own emotion. Then once that shit fade, horrible. I'm in the darkest place of my life every single, like, month. And I don't know how I keep climbing back out. Like, it's like I like the manicness of the shit, but when you get low, you get low. And I don't know. I think it make me strong, but I think it's just not helping me. I just keep repeating cycles and cycles of this shit. And I know I need help, but it's not the help I want. You know, it might be the help I need, but it's not the help I want. And I'm a stubborn motherfucker. Like, some of y'all motherfuckers be real stubborn. Like, get the help you need, not the help you want. Because the help you want will not be the help you need. I promise you it won't. I've been trying to make it the help I need for so long, and it has not been working. Take your time. Help yourself. When you can't help others, help others. Be patient. Love the people that deserve to be loved in your life. Some people don't deserve love. And it's a simple fact of life. Like, love is a what is it? Not equity. It's like money. Love is like money. Economy, nah. It's like another A word or something like that. I know economy don't start with an A. Don't pay attention to me. Like, anyway, love is a physical thing in a spiritual sense. You can feel love. You can feel that shit. You can close your eyes and grab it with your mind. That's how love feel. Strong emotion like anger, sadness, surprise. It's a strong emotion. You know how I feel. You know where it's localized. And sometimes people don't always deserve that shit. And it don't matter how hard you love them, they won't ever return the love that you need to, that the love you never got. You love how you never got love, you know what I'm saying? And people won't return it exactly how you need it, So you keep your love. And I'm not saying be stingy with it, but I'm not saying don't give it out either. Like, it's a balance to the shit. And you just gotta, adjust the flows, see what balance. To get up out your depression, you gotta balance, because depression is nothing but lows and highs, man. You gotta see balance. And that's just standard depression. If we talking about trauma and shit like that, certain things that can trigger you, that's a whole different fucking topic. Cause I got both of them shits. Like, certain shit be triggering me, and then it's just be like I don't have no balance in my life. So it's like, how do I see balance between these two things? And it's just like, all you gotta do is sit back and observe that shit. It might be painful, it might be rough on your psyche, it might mentally exhaust the shit out of you, but every single day you get up and you go do that shit again, you take pride in it. You take pride in your heart and in yourself that you's a resilient motherfucker and you ain't fold yet. Life ain't make you fold, your situation ain't make you fold, your own brain ain't make you fold. You still on this motherfucker breathing, you still on this motherfucker doing what the fuck you supposed to do. You still doing what society expect you to do, goddamn me. You still on this bitch. And you doing your shit. Take pride in it. And once you learn how to take pride in it, then you'll learn how to roll with the punches of depression. And then you won't become numb to this shit. The pain will still come. The pain will be fresh. It's always gonna be a fresh wound. Your spiritual body, it heals every single day you wake up. It's fully healed. It don't matter how many blows you take to yourself, on the inside. You can get a broken spine and you gonna wake up the next day spiritually and be a brand new body. You know what I'm saying? It was a tattoo I was gonna get. It was called Gestures of the Drowned. And I was like, every time I was broken and battered spiritually, like, I always got enough energy left to pass it on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? The next me, in a way. To pass more life and love into it. And that's how you grow into a person. Right before you feel like you finna give up, you love yourself. Like, you force love onto yourself. You know how that auntie go give you a hug when you don't feel like you want a hug, when you don't need a hug, you know what I'm saying? She go hug you and smother you and shit. You just be like, oh, you ain't have to do all that shit. But then later on, you be like, yeah, she did have to do all that shit. Like, go and love your people. Don't be afraid of the touchy-feely bullshit. Don't be afraid of the mushy-gushy bullshit. Get mushy-gushy with your folks. Go ahead and do that. Because who the fuck will when you gone? Who the fuck will when they gone? Nobody. Do that shit now. Don't have no regrets about no shit. That's one way to beat that depression. The regret, I know it be kicking people ass. Like, don't regret no shit that happened in the past. That shit will haunt you. It will eat you the fuck up. You're not gonna have, like, no regular thought process after that. After all you do is regret shit that you have done, that you have said. Move on, please. Drop that shit and go. It's unnecessary weight you putting onto your shoulders. Because nobody won't give a fuck about the shit you regretted but you. And even if you try to convince somebody they give a fuck about the shit you regretted, they still wouldn't know the full weight, because you only giving them chips. You only giving them dirt off the continents you feel. You make the weight heavier yourself. Save yourself. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody save you but you. You gotta love you first and then save yourself. Love you first, save yourself. Loving yourself takes a while, and it take everybody different pathways. You gotta either embrace what you got or improve what you have whatever you can improve. And I'm not talking about some, oh, go get this done, go get that done. I'm talking about some, like, shit you can improve yourself, like your body, your skin, your hair and shit. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. That's one form of self-love. Taking care of others, that's another form of self-love, because you might be a selfish motherfucker. Once you learn how to take care of other people and actually care about them and include them into your life, you learn to love yourself more. Your heart open up, and you can pay attention to more about how you feel about motherfuckers and how they feel about you and shit. I guess the third way would be just like, shit, you gotta spoil yourself sometimes. Like, it's like simple as it sounds. Like, oh duh, like, fucking spoil yourself. You know that new cologne you seen, or you know that the fucking new perfume or whatever the fuck. Buy that motherfucker if you can buy that motherfucker. If you can't get the next best thing, treat yourself. Don't ever stop motherfucking giving yourself little knickknacks. That shit build up, and you realize that all this shit you done collected, that you done expanded, it's just a part of you, it's your character. And you care for yourself enough to surround yourself with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever have no barren room without no shit in it, because it's just like, that's a reflection of you. Your room is really a reflection of you. And that's another way to get better, goddamn it. Make your room like you. And if motherfucker got a problem with it, fuck them. It's your room. Don't matter if you're in their house. Fuck they gonna do? Put you out? If they put you out, fuck them. On me, it's on my mama, fuck them. And then they be like, well, I did it because you not following my rules. Or your rules are you. And if I don't respect your rules, then I don't respect you. And that should say something to you, because either I'm your son, I'm your daughter, I'm your grandson, I'm your granddaughter. Either way it go, I should have respect for you, because you the one that's taking care of me. Yeah, I don't. That means you're the one doing something wrong. It's not me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I could conform to your rules, but what does conformity ever do for anybody than stifle individualism? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying you have to not conform to not be an individual. Some people can conform into society and still be individualistic as shit, but that's not me. You know what I'm saying? And if it's more people like me out there, I want them to understand my thought process and be like, don't submit for anybody, because life gonna make you try to submit all the time. Motherfuckers gonna make you try to submit all the time. Motherfuckers gonna make you conform all the time. Fuck them, fuck what they on, do your shit. You might not have to announce your shit, you might not have to say your shit, but if you do your shit, your actions speak way louder than your words, especially when you're a quiet motherfucker like me. Like, I don't say shit. Like, in person, I don't talk for real. And if I do talk for real, you a close friend, you the homie, you the homegirl, shit. I don't talk for real to motherfuckers. I mean, my mouth was getting dry, and that shit made it drier. I hate this damn. I don't hate it, but it don't do shit for moisture or nothing like that. But yeah, like, be stubborn, but don't be stubborn to yourself. Be resilient, but don't be resilient to self-change. Be strong, but don't be headstrong. Don't try to rush through shit all the time. You can't do that. Nobody's Superman. We are mortal men and women. We bleed like the next motherfucker. We breathe like the next motherfucker. We need to eat, sleep, shit, pee, just like the next motherfucker. We is all mortal men. You know what I'm saying? Take your time. Do not burden yourself with your own problems. You know what I'm saying? Don't stack that shit. Don't bring it all in and be like, oh my God, I have a long list of shit I need to improve. No, day by day, baby steps. Baby step that shit until you could big boy step that shit. Big boy step that shit till you could grown man step that shit. You know what I'm saying? Build yourself. It's not no motherfucking contest. It's a journey. It is a exploration. You know what I'm saying? You going out into the world. You learning yourself. Don't be afraid to fucking risk it all. You know what I'm saying? Risking it all is the best thing you can do for yourself every single time. Risking it all. Don't matter what you do, risk it all. Risk everything. You know what I'm saying? If it's for success, risk it. Risk it. But just know, like I said before, success is not the end. Death is the end. Success is what we all strive for, though. It's not the goal. You can get more after success, for real. The goal is death. We strive we work, we improve until no more improvement can be made physically, mentally, and or spiritually. Well, spiritually, shit, you can improve however, goddamn. I don't know what the fuck lies before death. I don't know if death is like the big unlocking point or the big ending point. We can talk about death later, goddamn me. That shit. I've been talking for a minute.